Anyone can cook.
All using your phone.
This is so bad.
Anyone can be a filmmaker.
What do I always say? Anyone can cook.
Now, what do I mean by that? I mean anyone can make films. I thought that was pretty obvious. The reason I say that is you don't need super high quality equipment to get started. You can do most of the work on a cell phone. You can record, there are editing softwares available, you can write a script, you can contact everyone you need to help, all using your phone. Now, if you build out from your phone, you get a cheap camera. You can get a camera for $200. You can get a computer for $300. On that computer, you can get Blackmagic DaVinci Resolve, a completely free editing software. That software rivals Adobe products. That is insane. A free software that you can make your cell phone shot film look professional. From there, you go to lighting. You can use your cell phone flashlight, some cheap flashlights, a lamp, anything that can cast light can become a film light. Now, you need to publish your work. Well, what are you watching this on? It's really easy to put stuff on YouTube now, so use it. Put it on YouTube, get feedback, and you can improve from there. As you go, you can start investing in more, say a $700 camera, say a $1,000 computer that can run more software so you can do special effects. You can get a better microphone so you can record in very high quality sound. You can invest in some cheap LED lights that will fill up a space as much as you need them to. When you go into filmmaking, you don't look for the $45,000 red camera. You can go for something much cheaper. Blackmagic Pocket 4K is only $1,000. It can shoot in RAW, and you can edit that RAW using DaVinci Resolve and get really nice color grading. You need to get online, you need to research, you need to find out what it is you can do with what you have. Just get out there and make something. All you have to do is practice. Look at the beginning of this channel, Overdramatic Encounter. That was shot on a Kodak Pix Pro, a Canon T2i, and some knockoff GoPro that Bryan had. With that, we went into Bryan's backyard, we messed around, and we ended up with something. Then, last year, we challenged ourselves to making one film a month. There were drawbacks to that. We had to do something we knew we could do in a month. We didn't get to do the bigger stories that we got, but the upsides were we got to practice our skills, our editing, our cinematography, our directing, our writing, so that when we came to Always the Same, you were able to execute that and make it look very good and tell a story. Now our next projects will make Always the Same not look as good as it did when we first made it. But that was a big stepping stone into this year's philosophy of making a story or making something that is purely entertaining. So, get a camera, get a phone, point it at something, and tell a story.
Alright, so at Budgetless Films, I'm pretty much our go-to writer and VFX guy. So today I'm going to tell you how I go about writing my scripts. I always start out with first coming up with the idea for a story. I start with the actual world, the setting. It all generally centralizes around a single theme, idea, philosophy, whatever. So say we have an idea for this, whatever, down-to-earth story. Dude goes to school or whatever, and then, I don't know, maybe like some mystery thing, someone goes missing. Let's go with that. Basically, we write up some key characters. I personally like to start out with the world itself and then throw in the conflict and then see how it reacts. But first, to actually have a world, you need to have places, you need to have characters, you need to have, like, your story needs to be kind of dynamic to how you would throw this entity in. This is generally how I like to write, or at least come up with ideas, see if it's actually viable to turn into a film. So, story, it's going to be about someone goes missing at school. So that's the general story, that's the plot line. Then you have your characters. Let's say Mark, let's go with Lisa and Hans. And then you have maybe the person who goes missing, like Rick. And then maybe some antagonists who's like, it's a dumb idea, go searching for them. Kevin, let's go with Kevin. He's the downer. And then places, you got school, you got maybe someplace they meet up, talk or something. So cafe, there we go. And then conflict is person goes missing. Alright, so now we have our general plot line down, got all the characters and stuff. So now you want to go in detail and add on, say, goes missing at school. Basically you just add whatever you want. So generally I like to have 5 categories for my characters to kind of develop in, which is strengths, weaknesses, personality, relationships, and whatever else I can think of being extra. So, say Mark is good at hockey, and you have weaknesses, which can be stuff like being afraid of the dark. So, this is generally what I like to do for my characters, where you can just go in and be like, hey, he has a friend with Lisa, he's also a friend with Hans, and he's also a friend with Rick. And so basically you can go into detail about those and be like, he doesn't like it, but he's willing to go, searching for him or whatever. This is a really dumb story, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, after you go through and do all of the, go in and describe everything, kind of make all the characters dynamic, and then make your places, then you can go in and add conflict, where Rick goes missing and everyone else has to go find them. You have the police officers trying to keep the people from investigating themselves, because police officers apparently do that. Then you have the places, which you can detail and add a location scout for. And you also have the actual story, which comes in whenever you actually make the actual script. So say you're making a script, right? You want to go ahead and do script format. I'm not going to actually write any script for this, because I'm definitely not going to be writing this. Alright, well my camera died. So anyways, generally you want to, after you're done, like kind of just detailing your world, your story, your characters, and the conflict and all that, then you can go ahead and head over to the actual script. And then you can go ahead and start writing your script. Generally you want to use script format. I'm still learning it. It's a very weird format, but once you get used to it, it's pretty easy to write in. So yeah, that's my writing process. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below, and I'm going to hand this back off to Torin.
I tried to make my own green screen while stuck at home, and it didn't go too well. Now you see here, it's not too bad. We have some weird stuff going on in this region. It would be smart if I made it to where you could see this better. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Okay, I made a white color matte, and this is how it looks. Yeah, not good. This is so bad. It doesn't look that bad without the color matte there, because the background's black. So it's a black stuff that has had an issue. I did not have an actual solid green screen, so I was using a dark green sheet, which was the best I could come up with. And if you look at all this, look at that. So many different mats. Now, I wanted to do this for like a creepy little short, but it didn't turn out well. So that's not gonna release. Even though this didn't turn out well, and it's not gonna release officially or anything, I did learn some things. First, if you look at this original, this green screen is completely wrong color for what I was wearing. I was wearing black and red. The red worked fine. The problem was all the shadows in my face and all the shadows on the green itself didn't work well, because I didn't have a good lighting setup. I only had 2 lights. Like I said, I was making do with what I had. So putting this all together, really difficult, because first I had to create a mask. See, that's all the background. It wouldn't have worked with the color key. I tried doing an ultra key, but it left a whole bunch of artifacts. So I went in with separate color keys, but what I'm gonna take away from this have to make sure I need to be in a place where I can get even lighting. I need more lights. I need a smooth sheet of some sort of a solid color that is completely contrasting to everything that the subject is. And I need to be able to just use Ultra Key, basically. I need to not have to mess around with the specifics of color key. Like, I can do that in a pinch, but what I really want is the ability to just do Ultra Key and it's done, it's composited into the scene. So with what I have, I can't really do that. Bryan does have a green screen and he has more lights, so if we were able to get together, this would work, but doing it on my own isn't going to be possible for now. So I hope you can learn from that before you try your own green screen. Just remember 3 main points: contrasting color to whatever your subject is, whether it be blue, green, purple, whatever. Even lighting on your screen so that keying it out is so much easier. And yeah, I hope you can learn from my mistakes. I'll see you around in maybe another segment, maybe not. Maybe this is the first segment of the episode. We'll see. Goodbye.
Against all the evil that hell can conjure, all the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you, Rip and Terror.